guys, welcome to Mbali Talks. In today's video, I want to share with you websites and or free resources that you can actually use for you to be able to gain an extra skill if you either want to upscale your career and or you actually want to change your career. As per YouTube tradition, please do join our community if you haven't already by just hitting the subscribe button. I promise it's absolutely free. And also, don't be shy to hit the like button so that you can help improve this video's algorithm on YouTube so that it can keep showing up in front of the faces of people who can actually use this kind of information. Without wasting any more of your time, let's get right into it. So you guys know here in Mbali Talks, I share a lot of content on how to start businesses, what kinds of businesses you can start, what kind of new careers that you can actually tap into. However, I realize that sometimes you may find that a bit hard to do because when you look at some of the businesses and or remote job opportunities online, they may require you to have a skill either outside what you're normally used to and or just a bit of an improvement on the kind of qualifications that you already have. So this video is about that today. I'm going to be sharing with you 5 of my absolute free resources that you guys can check out if you're either looking to gain a new skill or to be able to get a certificate so that you can upskill your current career and or for you to be able to get a qualification and a worldwide certificate for you to be able to tap into some of the remote jobs that I always share on a platform like Mbali Talks. The first free resource that I can share with you if you're looking for a website that offers free courses, that comes with a certificate that you can actually use when you're trying to apply for your next job and or when you're trying to apply for all the remote job opportunities that may be available online is a platform that I recently just discovered called Allison Courses. Initially, Allison Courses was a platform that was used by organizations and big businesses for them to be able to pay and train their employees if they are trying to guide them towards a certain career line. However, I think because of the success of the platform, they realized that it's actually not a bad idea to open it up to the rest of the world for people just like you and I who are either looking for a new qualification and or you're trying to learn and upskill your current one. The website offers certificate courses, diploma courses, online e-learning courses for whatever basically you want to do under the sky. I mean, the other day when I was actually doing research for this video, I saw a diploma in caregiving. And I thought it's such a very good idea for you to be able to have one if you're somebody who's either looking into relocating from your current country, which is something I'd advise a lot of South Africans right now. But that's a story for another day because those are some of the things that you'd find internationally you'd be more able to qualify for even as a foreigner. Not only that, all their courses do come with accredited certificates, which obviously boost your opportunities when you're trying to apply for remote jobs online and or for you to be able to say, hey, I have a certificate in such and such a thing. So it's definitely one of the platforms that I would check out if you're looking to upskill a bit of your learning and or your current qualification. The second free website that I would suggest for you guys to be able to check out if you're trying to either learn a new skill and or get a new qualification is one that I've mentioned in one of my videos previously because it's one of the platforms that I'm actually also using right now in order for me to be able to take a course in digital marketing. This website is called Coursera. Coursera is basically run by Google, which is why they have a lot of free courses, literally like anything that you can imagine under the sky. And the reason for that is because it's probably because Google has been able to detect the kind of free learning and or a lot of the topics that people type on their Google search each and every day. Enough for them to decide that these various courses that they have on a platform like Coursera are actually skills and or qualifications that people from all over the world are looking for. And in the beginning of introducing Coursera, I actually used a bit of codes when I said the free because I do know that they do require you to pay just a bit of a premium. I think currently on the one that I am using, I pay about 250 Rand per month in order for me to have access to probably over 1,000 courses and qualifications. This is now a new way for people to be able to learn, especially if you feel like, you know what, I do have a bit of a skill, but I may not have the money for me to be able to go and take a 4-year course and or to be able to take myself to university. Which is why I think websites and platforms like Coursera being run by Google are actually good platforms for somebody who's looking to either learn a new skill and or to gain a qualification without paying all that money that comes with university fees.
You guys know the story about Fismas Fall.
These are part of the reasons why platforms like Google have actually put together a website like Coursera, which can bring you any course that you can think of. And like I said, a lot of the courses on the platforms come with certifications, which basically means if you're looking for a remote job in any of the companies that may be based in the US, the minute they see that you have a Coursera certificate, they actually think that your qualification and or the skill that you're willing to offer them is actually valid. It's easy platforms that you can use for you to learn skills like copywriting, digital marketing, and social media marketing, etc. It's just one of those platforms that I feel like is a good way for you to be able to learn and get a new qualification, and or for you to take certificates that can actually help you to enhance your current qualification when you're trying to find a different job. The third platform is actually something that I used a couple of years ago. I haven't really been on their website in a long time, but I decided to put it in this video because I do know that they still offer a lot of the courses that I actually took, including fashion design. For those who don't know, when I started my fashion business, I had absolutely no idea about how to run a fashion business because I was actually a qualified accountant on my way to becoming a chartered accountant. And once I decided that I wanted to branch out from being an accountant into something else, aka entrepreneurship, fashion was the first business that I went into. Unfortunately for me, when I researched like in places in South Africa where I could go to be able to get a fashion design qualification, the prices were ridiculous. I think the one school, which I will not mention, if you've ever tried a fashion qualification, you will know the school. I think at the time they were literally offering it at 40,000 Rand per year. That was a lot of money for me to be able to pay because remember, I was trying to quit my job from accounting and try out something new. So obviously with my savings that I needed to leave off while I was trying to find the next thing that I was going to do, I was not about to pay 40,000 Rand for a course, which is how I actually discovered Udemy. On Udemy, there's a lot of different short courses that you can take. I don't think they're necessarily diplomas, but I do know that there are certificates that you can use for you to learn a new skill and or for you to learn a new qualification if you just want to have the certificate for it. They have a variety of courses that you guys can check out, and with the world moving all the way into the digital space, I do think that it's a place that you can actually go for you to be able to find a qualification, for you to be able to take advantage of the new jobs that are actually coming up in our industry as a result of digitalization. Some of the courses there are actually paid courses, but the amounts that you're going to pay per course are literally ridiculous. I remember the one time I actually took a course in fashion marketing, if I'm not mistaken. I probably at the time only paid like 129 for a 6 weeks course. In other places, say for example like UCT, which is a known university, courses that are going to take you 6 weeks literally cost anything between 15 to probably 20,000 Rand. I think the last time I actually saw a course that I wanted to take at UCT online, it was about 13,500. That's a lot of money for someone who does not even have the money for them to be able to try and think, which is why you find that a lot of people get stuck even if you want to change your career and or even if you want to take advantage of certain opportunities. You find that money is a big barrier, which is why the websites that I'm sharing in this video are literally websites that you can pay close to nothing just for you to be able to get the kind of course and a certificate that can actually help you to either change your career and or to start a new career altogether. The next website that you can use if you're trying to either find a new skill and or to enhance your current qualification is actually a website that is run by typical people just like you and me, in the sense that people come onto the platform and offer their skills and or their knowledge in exchange for just a bit of a payment on their course. This platform is called Skillshare. Skillshare is very similar to Fiverr and Upwork, but the difference is on Skillshare, people are actually sharing courses and or qualifications and skills that they have and they use every day to people like yourself and I, so that we can learn whatever new skill that that person is offering. When you go into their website, you're going to see that a lot of their skills range anything from $25 per course or $25 for you to be able to watch that particular video. And a lot of them, of course, are video driven because you find it's someone sitting behind the camera, almost something similar to YouTube, actually sharing and imparting certain knowledge, whether it's on photography, it's on being an influencer, it's on baking, literally a wide range of varieties of kind of topics that they actually talk about that you can actually go on the platform for you to be able to take advantage of. A side note about Skillshare is the fact that as it is a platform that people go on to be able to share whatever skills and qualifications that they have, it's also a platform that if you have a specific skill and or qualification, photography, accounting, taxation, mathematics, whatever, it's one of those websites that you can actually go and apply for you to be able to actually have an online course that you can then sell and be able to make extra money. And I slotted in this part of the Skillshare because obviously on Mbali Talks we talk a lot about how you can actually make money and the kinds of businesses that you can actually start. So Skillshare is one of those things that are like a double-edged sword because you can not only just post your own skills there and your own videos for people to be able to pay for the kind of knowledge and qualifications that you share. But you can also use the platform for you to be able to learn your own new skill and of qualification that you can actually use in your life to either start a new business and or to enhance your current career, and even to start a totally new career altogether. The next website that you can actually use for you to be able to either learn a new skill and or to start a new career is something that I recently discovered and I'm so excited about, and I'm going to tell you guys why. This website is called Teacher Record. It's actually a website that I discovered through TikTok. There's a lady there that was going on about it, and I thought to myself, let me just check it out, especially because personally I am in the process of trying to secure a TEFL certificate that will allow me to be able to apply to teach English online on a wider variety of platforms. And I know in previous videos where I suggest that you guys can actually teach English online, I've never said that you need a certificate, and or a lot of the platforms that I've shared actually are platforms that don't need you to have a certificate. However, I realized that even though they don't require you to have a certificate, you do find that you stand a better chance for you to be able to work on other platforms if you do have the certificate. And previously, the TEFL certificate was actually something that was a bit pricey for you to be able to get, and it would take 6 months for you to be able to get it. But now, with the demand growing for people that want to teach English online and or for students that actually need that kind of teaching, the qualification has become a bit more easier for you to be able to get. A lot of the platforms that you're going to go online to apply to teach English actually require you to have at least 120 hours of a TEFL certificate that you've taken. And Teacher Record is one of those platforms that I've actually discovered that offers that certificate absolutely free. And I'll be honest with you guys, I really don't know if they ever make you pay for any of the courses that are actually on their website. But for now, personally, that is the certificate I focused on, and I actually discovered that it was free. So I'm sure there's a lot of other free courses that you can actually check out on a platform just like Teacher Record that I would recommend for you to try out if you're trying to find a new skill and or you're trying to enhance your current career. If you've made it to the end of this video, I do hope that you've actually found a website that you can relate to, that you can actually check out in order for you to be able to find a new skill and or to upskill a skill that you already have. And even though some of the websites that I've suggested in this video are actually websites that are not absolutely free, I do think that they are worth your time and money, because you find that a lot of the costs that are there, say maybe 129 or 250 rand a month, it's monies that we use every day without even thinking about it. Wouldn't you want to take that money and actually use it and invest in yourself by either learning a new skill and or upskilling your actual current career? I definitely think it's worth checking out, and I wish you guys all the best. Otherwise, I'm gonna see you guys in the next Mbali Talks video. Cheers.